Welcome back to the channel. Tune in or ghost out. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of not being nonchalant. I know the internet tells you to not care and be this mysterious person and just go about life like you're just so indifferent to it. But I promise you, you will be stuck before you know it. If you have any dreams or aspirations or don't want to end up as like a drugged out flunky, then you need to start caring about your future and the steps that you're taking to make that future come true. If you care, bro, it will offset so many other things that you might not be doing perfectly in your life at the moment. And I think the reason I'm so riled up about this is just it's so cool not to care. Like, anybody that cares is looked down upon or seen as weak because you actually want to make a difference. And that same mindset stopped me from doing a lot of things in my life. Like, if I cared in high school, if I cared about going to college, if I cared about doing better at work, I would probably be in a better place that I'm at right now. And I didn't just wake up today and start caring. Like, I've been caring for the last couple years. I know that sounds crazy because I only said a couple years, but it's really like that. Like, your entire life will flash in a moment and you'll be sitting there like, oh, it's cool, bro. I don't even care. And I was the embodiment of this in high school. Like, I would show up, not pay attention to classes. I wouldn't disrupt, so teachers wouldn't have a reason to get mad at me, but I wouldn't do the homework. I wouldn't do the studying. I didn't care. And it's not because I wasn't good in school. Like, I did well. My teachers loved me. The grades were okay. Like, I always kept AP classes. If you don't know what AP classes are, they're advanced placement. They're like college level classes for when you're in high school. And I would have them and I would do well. But whenever it came to that AP exam at the end of the year, I did not care. I would fill out the Scantron like I had somewhere to be, just so I could be out of the room full of pressure. That's one thing I realized. When things didn't matter, I would do well. Like, I would show up enough to get it done. But when there was pressure on things, I would not care at all, so I didn't have to live with the burden of not meeting the expectation. Same thing when it came time to apply for college. I remember being so kind of confused about the process and lost and seeing all my other friends apply and tell me how it was going. I just never had the balls to ask my counselor on what I should do, and it really cost me a lot. Now, do I regret not going to college? That's a different story. I think deep down I didn't want to go. I didn't feel the drive to go, and that probably led a lot of my actions towards that situation. But at the same time, I never boiled it down to that point. It's only very recently that I've looked at everything whole picture and realized like what I did and why I did it, and if I have regrets. And I can say that I don't have regrets, but if I cared more, I probably would have gone a different path. Especially relationship wise, I remember my first girlfriend. If I cared about that relationship and actually wasn't scared of showing emotion, then it probably would have ended differently. Like, I didn't treat her the best, and that's something that I had to like accept as time went on. But it's been so hard to get to that point because everywhere I look, like TV, the music that I was listening to, everything was telling me that if I cared, if I showed emotion, if I put effort into things, then I would be looked down on as like a loser. Meanwhile, the people that are telling me not to care are the ones that care the most. Like, they're putting all this time into their craft, but also telling the outside world like, hey, you shouldn't care and you should have this nonchalant attitude. And I think at that time, like, it was really the music that I don't know, like, that young people gravitate towards is usually music that tells you not to worry about the future and like live in the moment. And while that's great, a lot of the ways they do that is just tell you not to care. Like, don't give a fuck, don't put too much anywhere, when in reality, when you're young, you should care a lot. Like, you shouldn't stress about things, but you should be working towards something. You should be trying to build yourself up to be what you want to be in the future. R.I.P. Juice WRLD. This is not talking bad about Juice WRLD, but that song, All Girls Are the Same, I think did like insane damage. And I never understood when older people at the time would tell me like, why are you guys listening to this like low vibrational music or music that puts you in the sad mood? And to me, like, it sounded good and it expressed what I was feeling at that time, so I resonated with it heavily. But that's the issue. Like, as a kid growing up in the world, it gets harder, and you have this, it's easy to think of it as this bleak thing that's just impossible to conquer. And if you listen to stuff that keeps you in that mood, it keeps that same thought reinforced in your head that it's just like, all girls are like this, they all suck and they all just treat people bad and they're just gonna break your heart, then like, how do you expect to ever have a loving relationship or build something with someone else without the fear of getting hurt all the time? And All Girls Are the Same are just the first song I can think off the top of my head, but a lot of Juice WRLD's discography, Trippie Redd's discography at that time, a lot of music that I was listening to at that time kind of reinforced that message that like, the world is the way it is and I shouldn't try too hard because it's gonna always be that way, and I should protect my heart or protect myself from being hurt before I even get hurt. I don't know, that mindset, looking back at it now, just leads to a lot of buildup of anxiety and depressional tendencies that you don't realize that you have. And looking back, man, I was a big ball of anxiety. I was waking up tired, like of everything, because I assumed that I already lost before I started. And with the rise of every other app like Instagram or TikTok or anything else, it's that message has been pushed forward so much because, you know, look around you, like people are not at the happiest that they've ever been. So it's easy to feel comfortable just kind of having that confirmation bias that the world does suck. It's not just me going through a hard time. Like I should just already expect the worst because everybody's getting the worst. And let me break it to you, bro. The world is gonna suck. Like as time progresses, you're gonna have hard times. You're also gonna have great ones. But if you don't change your outlook and if you don't try to change how you think, you're gonna always just expect the bad time. And I'm not trying to talk to you like I have it all figured out. Like just this past weekend, I had an idea of what I was going to do. I wanted to knock out 3 videos to get them ready for the week and put myself ahead. It's a Monday and I'm recording Monday's video. Like things don't work out the way that you want them to. Let me not say idea. It was a goal. It was a goal that I set up for myself to accomplish and I fell short. And you know what? That's okay. At least I set that goal in the first place. When you have a lack of care and you're trying to be this mysterious, nonchalant guy that doesn't set goals, doesn't have aspirations, then what's the point, bro? Disappointment isn't always a bad thing. Disappointment can be fuel to do better in the future. You need to have some sort of fuel to push you. Like, think about it. Half the people that go in the gym and do gym content are there because they had their heart broken. Is that a great thing? No, but it motivated them to push themselves a little harder in some aspect. I'm not saying go get your heart broken, but be open to disappointment. Be open to the hard parts of life, because if you can't even deal with those, then I promise you, you're gonna have a harder time finding the good things. I really hope this resonated. I didn't want to preach to you guys. I didn't want to come off as like a know-it-all, but I do think that as a whole, if you change how you look at life, how you go through life, then everything around it will change as well. That's all I got for today. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. I'm going to try to keep the upload schedule consistent. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That gives all of us time to enjoy our weekends and talk about life throughout the week. With that being said, leave a comment on the video if you resonate with anything that we talked about today. If you haven't liked already, please hit that like button, and a subscription is free and does more for me than you know. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time.
Transmission complete. Signal terminating. This is Ghostthread, signing off.